Hey guys, it's Tepco Cycle Repair. Today we're going to be talking about how I set up my MotoVan. Got this thing done for cheap. But look, before we do that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and make sure you go down in the comments and tell me what you drive. Do you drive a van? You pull a trailer? Put your bike on top of your car? I don't know, I've seen it all different ways. So let's get started. Alright, so first off, this is a 1997 Ford Econoline van. Okay, this is the club wagon version. This is equal to like an E350. Now, the reason I got this one is just tons of space inside of it. I got the extended version. I would recommend if you can find one, get the extended version. I'm going to have another video on there on how to find these vans cheap. I got this one for dirt cheap. You guys are not going to believe it, but I'll have another video about that. So this one is the standard automatic. It's got the 5.4 liter in it. It's got cruise control. It's got anti-lock brakes. It's got all the safety features that I wanted in a vehicle that I feel is just kind of necessary now. All right, I got this thing kind of loaded up a little bit, not really loaded up, but I got a couple things in here because we just went riding the other day. But this is what it looks like on the inside. I switched this to an LED. I took all the interior liner out of it, except for the side plastic pieces there, because there's just sharp stuff on the sides that are kind of dangerous. I also got these seats right here out of a older van, like a 80s van, and these things will recline. They'll spin around, they'll slide forward and back. They got armrests, they're cloth, they're super comfortable. You can sleep in them things, man, they're awesome. So a lot of these parts, and the reason I picked the Ford van is because there's so many of them around. If you got a salvage yard anywhere near you, man, you can get parts of these things like crazy. Like this center doghouse right here, I got that out of a much newer van. I think a 2005 or something I got that out of, and again, this is a 97. I got crank windows. I know it's a pain. You don't have the unlock buttons and everything, but you know what doesn't happen with the crank? Your buttons don't break, okay? So my windows are always gonna roll down. These things, you old timers, you're gonna know these things just about work all the time. And if they break, it's no big deal to fix them. This truck came with running boards on it. I don't really like them, but they are helpful. These wheels, you watch another one of my videos, I'll show you how I painted these wheels. I got them gray. Those are the standard steel wheels, and those are the 350 hubcaps, the deep hubcaps. I also changed the rear end. If you check out my videos as well, I'll show you how I swapped the rear end from a drum brake to the disc brake conversion. I didn't want to mess with the big heavy duty drum brake. It had the full floating axle, which can handle way more weight than I ever need. I mean, I'm putting dirt bikes in this thing. I didn't need all that. Disc brakes are easy to work with and use, so that's what I ended up going with. It was a pretty easy swap. Again, out of a newer van, disc conversion. If you do it, make sure you get the brake booster and all the parts from the brake up front and swap right over, nice and simple. So what I did here for the inside is I left these side panels, like I said, and I got a passenger van. I didn't plan on getting a passenger van, but I'm glad I did, because this freaking rear AC unit right here, guys, will blow out some seriously cold air. So when we're in this thing, we're done riding, I can kick on the AC and it will cool this whole van inside here pretty quickly. Now what I did with the wheel stops here, those are cheap, just wheel stops you can put in. You can get those things anywhere. I can put two bikes in this thing, no problem. Put the wheel in an angle so the bars don't hit, and I strap them down using this E-Track. And I'll put together another video to show you guys how I did this and how this works out and why it's just perfect for inside of a van. But I got two bikes in here. You can squeeze three in here. I've seen it done. I have a rear hitch rack that if I want to put another bike on, I can put another bike on sideways. But there's plenty of room in this thing, so I can fit 4 people in here. Really, you can put 3 bikes on the inside and one in the rack and bring 4 bikes. But I'm bringing 2 bikes and 2 people is all. All my gear I just put up in the middle there. I'll show you where I put my boots and stuff. But this is what I did. This is the floor that came with the passenger van. This little rubber mat's got a little cushion underneath it, and those are just screwed straight down into the floor. All right. So real simple, man. This is basic. If you're going for a MotoVan, this is the way to go. Easy. All right. So I also put these tinted tilt windows out so they can open up so you can get ventilation if you wanted to camp in it overnight. The side here is pretty neat because it has this like section where I put my boots. So usually if I'm riding, me and my son will just put our boots right here and kind of let the dirt sit there. Those are the dirtiest parts. You can drop them right there. The door's closed with no problem. Fit right in there, no issues. That's pretty cool like that. The speakers, I put in some extra speakers in here. These are, again, factory speakers I took out of another van. 2 in the back doors, 1 on each side here. And it's got a pretty decent sound system. So if you're looking for something to just kind of haul your bikes around, these vans are the way to go. They really are. You know, all these door panels will fit from newer vans. If you want to do like a van nose conversion to the newer style, you can do that. You know, the things I don't like about it, there's not a lot of like compartment storage, right? So I got this because I wanted this storage here, and it's got all the cup holders in it, but there's no glove box to put anything here. There is a drawer that I have now underneath, right underneath here, so I can see if I can get that for you. Okay. So this thing here just pulls out. So I have a drawer there. You can look for those. Again, I got it out of a newer van. Also, the light up here, I don't like that I can't turn it off and have it only on door, but as you saw there a second ago, I got another one I'm going to throw in there, and that I can turn on and off. You know, so this van is the way to go, man. I hit my salvage yards every now and then to see what they have, see if there's any parts that I need or any, you know, little issues. And if I find a newer van, it's got something cool on it, I pull it off and throw it on this one. And I'll tell you just quick before I get into the total cost of this van, this whole setup here cost me under $1,000. That's for the van, all the parts, all the work I've done, everything I did to it. $1,000 for this van. You simply can't beat it. This thing has 154,000 miles on it. Runs like a top. Everything works. No engine lights or nothing. But you know, it took time when I got it. Just labor. It's going to cost you some labor, but don't be scared of labor. That's why we do it yourself stuff, right? All right. Hang on. It's not all good. Okay, there are a couple downsides. First off, this thing gets freaking horrible gas mileage, all right? It gets like 11, 12 miles per gallon when you got this thing loaded up. It's unbelievable. But again, I got it so cheap, I'll deal with that. That's going to be fine. The other thing I don't like about it is it doesn't have a lock on the rear differential. So if you're in any kind of off-road situation where it's a little bit muddy, or you parked it in the grass and it rained for a couple days, you might be getting stuck there. So you might want to put a winch on the front of it to help pull you out. The steering, it's like driving a freaking land barge, okay? It's kind of like being in the ocean, you know, with that big boat you got, and you got to steer it like 6 inches to get that sucker to turn. Kind of like what this one is. I replaced a whole bunch of stuff from the front end. I'm pretty much down to the steering box, so I think the steering box is loose, and that's the only thing left. So I'm going to try to tighten that slightly and get that right. But I think I'll be able to get that. If not, I'm going to find another junker, pretty new one with low miles, and I'll yank the steering box out of that, and I'll be good to go. But that's about it. I mean, other than that, because you get them so cheap and you can get parts for them, it's worth those little things that, you know, that are annoying. But the rest of it, man, come on, check it out. I'm spinning in the seat. Got all this room. Yeah, it's all good, guys. It's all good. So look, if you like this video, please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Hit the bell for further videos. I got them coming to you every Monday. Working like crazy, guys. You're going to love it, all right? See you next time. It's Tepco Cycle Repair.